Hello, all of my lame lifers over there, and all of my no-lifers. Today, Truth Detective, the Moon Man, is over here, and I'm going to give you a talk about the lame life. Again, we are going back to this subject. I have new insights for you about living the lame life. And I'm going to say to you that keep an eye on this. If you try to make your lame life better, you might actually end up making it worse. But if you don't try, your lame life will never change for the better, and you won't gain that wisdom of how to actually accomplish that. And the next insight is that nobody can give you the advice of how to make your life less lame. The advice that works for this person might not work for this other person. It might make this person's life grand and swell, and this other person's life miserable. Maybe because of past actions, maybe because of climate, maybe because of your bank balance. Who knows? But you just can't give that kind of general advice. So I won't. But I just want you to be conscious that when you go out there, if you go out there and try to make your life less lame, you might make it actually worse. But if you don't do that, you might make it worse too. In the longer run, if your life is very lame and you take drugs all day and drink alcohol, your life feels lame. I'm going to say to you that your life will be much lamer when you lose the functioning of your kidneys, for example, and you lie in a hospital bed or at some, infirmary. Your life will be fucking lame there. If it's lame now, it will be lame, much lamer then. If you are right now a smoker and you think your life's lame, think about going through the whole cancer treatment stuff. Your life is gonna be freaking lame then. It's gonna be the lamest lame ever. Dealing with all those fucking doctors, living their lame lives and that kind of stuff. You don't wanna do that. So think about it. Excitement. Does life have to be exciting then? Like you go up, huge, success in sports, for example, and you get knocked on the head in something like boxing, and you end up in a coma or something like that, become paralyzed. Yeah, I actually met one dude that became paralyzed due to weightlifting. Half of the body paralyzed, like that's shitty, He tried to make his life less lame, and all of a sudden, his life became much more lame. And there was much more pain also. So, be very gentle with it, how you try to make your life less lame. And also, if you want to make other people's life less lame, be very gentle with human beings, Not too demanding. And also about becoming too physical, I'm gonna say that you can fly and you can get away, so to say. You can fly like get away with becoming too physical when you're young. But when you become older, most old people's lives are so lame because they don't find an alternative to that. You know? You might become more intellectual because you become less physical. You know? You might become more spiritual because you become less physical. Or maybe caring. Who knows? Your strengths are kind of like built into your life like this. This point in your life, you're going to be at peak physical strength performance. At this point, you're gonna be at the peak in intellect. At this point, you're gonna be at the peak in the spiritual, or at this point in the caring. You demand, or you might demand other people that they be at the peak when it's not the right time to be at the peak in something, you know. It might be that this person is now supposed to be a sportsman because it's gonna bring about something in the future. It's going to give him the confidence to become something else in the future. So if you want to make your life less lame, you have to also think about that. That no pain, it will last forever, you know. And it will probably, you know, bring about something better in the future. You know? Your inability to do something now might make you something better in the future. So think about that when you want to make your life less lame, but also keep in mind that it might not be worth that pain, you know, that you have to go through. Or it might also be that you have no option. It's kind of your fate, actually, to do this. That if you don't do it, you're gonna bring different kind of pain. Maybe mental anguish, suffering, depression, anxiety. And you opt for that, and then you take something like Xanax. You know, you're gonna cause yourself, of course, suffering, like addiction, but on a different scale that will be. So think about it. How to make the life less lame. Young people, you probably can get away with it. When you're a bit older, probably not need to find a new path. Yeah. The human teeth have a lot of wisdom in them. Isn't there a thing called the wisdom teeth? And the teeth are actually guiding and telling you what you ought to do at different points in your life in terms of your diet and in terms of what you should be doing with your body. When you get cavities, for example, you know, it's like dying, what is happening in your mouth, you know. Your teeth are kind of rotting, you know. You're gonna rot all the same. But your teeth are what makes you feel dead, you know. You can feel death through your teeth. That's why there's so much wisdom in your teeth. Because without those, you know, it would be just life and death. But you know, with your teeth, you know, there are all these, you know, gray zones, the shades. They're going towards death, you know, here. Pain is death. It's just the same. When you're young, you can get away with it. So think about it. If you want to make your life less lame,